Hello Facebook, hello YouTube, what is up everybody? This is Ruben and I'm back with another Ruben Report. For today's video, I just wanted to give you guys an update on the MCP kit that I installed about a week ago. I stated in my previous video that I wanted to do some more testing, playing around with the mixture screw to see if we can improve overall MPG performance. And yeah, I just want to share with you guys the results that I've gotten thus far. Just for reference, we have 22,445 miles, and we installed the kit. In my previous video, as you guys can see, we installed it at 23,168 miles. So I've put almost 300 miles on the bike since my last video last week. And the tests that I have done have been a wide variety of tests. I have done riding on the highway, I've done top speed, and just recently I just was coming back home, did a short about 20-mile loop, and I'll show you guys the results that I've gotten in this screenshot right here. So as you guys can see, after fiddling around with the mixture screw, we were able to achieve almost 55 mpg. Now that result of 55 mpg is definitely what I have been looking towards. Definitely an improvement from previously with the stock jetting and the stock settings on the bike. The MCP kit definitely has, with the new jets and with the new needle, all the things, has definitely improved my MPG performance. Almost a year ago, I was in a similar spot where I was trying to, actually a year and a half ago, this was December 7th, 2022. I made a post on the Facebook page explaining how I wanted to improve MPG performance. And as I stated in previous videos, back then I ran into the air cutoff valve that MCP talks about quite a bit, and I was able to install the DIY style what it is that I could manage to put together. I also made a video about it right here, where we installed the kit there, or the air cutoff valve mod. Back then I was able to achieve 51.3 mpg. Okay, and from the last that I can recall, I don't have it on record, or don't have it recorded, but just in my latest memory, I know that the absolute best MPG performance that I have ever attained with the stock kit was 53.6. And that was riding in the absolute most optimal conditions. Okay. The tests that we have done today, the 20-mile loop that we did today, sadly I don't have any video of it, but it was similar to what I would call a optimal loop. And an optimal loop being where I don't have to pass up any moving vehicles, any trucks or anything. I don't have to pass up anybody. I didn't have to ride on a highway or anything. This was strictly and specifically riding at speeds of about 50 miles or 55 miles an hour and below, mostly in very unpopulated back road streets. Not many stop signs, no stop and go, or not much, if any. So this was, again, optimal riding conditions, staying at a steady 3,500 to 4,000 RPM for the majority of the ride, going in between 50 to 55 miles an hour. And so that's what garnered the close to 55 mpg. But in comparison to my absolute top mpg performance that I've ever gotten, 53.4 with the standard kit, and we can definitely see that there is a difference in about almost 2 mpg, 1.5 mpg, around there. So it's pretty significant change. And along with that mpg improvement, we also have the overall performance improvement of having a much more smoother throttle response. So now revisiting my review of or really just coming to a close with the review of the MCP kit, I would definitely say that this kit does what it claims, right? It's more of a carb correction kit. And with it being a carb correction kit, it allows the bike to utilize the given fuel source much more efficiently. You don't have those dead spots in the throttle anymore, and you're also not wasting fuel either, with more appropriate jetting sizes and that nature. So do I recommend the MCP kit? If you're someone who is like myself, your bike is completely stock. I can't really say much for those who have other performance upgrades, such as what was mentioned on the instructions of taking out the air box snorkel, and or others who have modified exhaust and other things. I can't speak for them. They're gonna have to speak for themselves. But my perspective is I was simply a guy who wanted to get some better throttle response without sacrificing MPG performance, because that's what matters to me. As far as everything else, exhaust and all these types of things, I live in California, so those are things that I'm really not interested in doing, mainly because of the emission regulations and things of that nature that I just don't want to get in trouble with. So this will be it as far as performance upgrades go. And once again, I wanted to find something that I could install on the bike which would give me better performance, but without sacrificing the MPG performance, because that's what's so important to me. So the MCP kit has definitely done that. So I give it a thumbs up for you guys to go out and try. If you're also looking for a kit that's going to correct your carburation, give you some better throttle response, and not impact your MPG performance. So pretty much what I did is I just set the mixture screw to 1.5 or 1 5/8 turns out, just like I would on the stock setup. Basically, I just set it to what Kawasaki generally would recommend that you set it for sea level, and that seems to have cleaned up the MPG issue from the previous video, where we got 42 MPG Now we're getting 55 or close to it. I probably, had I rode the bike in very similar method that I did last week, I probably would have gotten closer to 50 mpg versus the 55 that we've gotten today. As far as the other tests that we have done, talking about riding on the highway and testing top speed. Top speed, I've gotten up to 83 miles an hour. That's GPS verified. I have stock gearing on the bike. I was just riding on the highway, just trying to go as fast as possible. I mean, that's all that she can give. And yeah, my previous top speed with the stock setup was actually 94. But at the time, I did not have stock gearing. I had a 16-tooth front sprocket. So that definitely would have increased my highway capability, which I would expect to be able to achieve a much greater top speed, which we did back then. 83 miles an hour. I guess that's just all we're gonna get. But to be honest with you, I almost never, even if I'm riding on the highway, I'm doing mostly 65 miles an hour and below, possibly 70 to pass up a moving truck or a truck on the right. I really try to avoid the highway with the KLR, and usually when I'm riding that fast, I'm already at well over 5,000 RPMs, which I try to avoid anyway. So what I'm most concerned about and have been most concerned about is this bike's performance, mainly MPG performance, riding at 55 miles an hour and below, because that's just what I use this bike for. And the MPG performance that we've gotten today has been amazing. So I am very pleased with that. But if you want to know the MPG performance that I have also received while riding down the highway doing those top speed tests was an abysmal 36. And then we also have just a general highway run where I was just riding as I normally would, 65 miles an hour to 70 miles an hour. And we got very similar MPG that we would have gotten with the stock setup, which was about 42. That's what I typically would see. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for following along with this process. I'm finally closing up this series. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. And yeah, stay safe out there and peace.